Thank you. On to item number 7, House Bill 5160, an act appropriating funds to assist homeless persons. Jay, up to the floor. Is there a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Moved and seconded. I'm going to give the description really quickly. This is our line in the sand that we've drawn a few times. I think it's fair to say that this is going to be a conversation that needs to be had in appropriations. We hope they have it in appropriations. But we want to draw a line in the sand that this committee wants to see $33,500,000 appropriated to the Department of Housing for programs to assist homelessness. You talk about cold weather funding, warm weather. You talk about some of the conditions that people are in. You talk about the rise in homelessness over the last couple of years. That we talk about rent all the time. The rise in homelessness outpaces that. And actually, last year it outpaced it very well. So this is just an opportunity for us to kind of scream at our folks in appropriations. I sit in appropriations, so I'm kind of screaming at myself to do the work and figure this out, because this population has been underfunded for years. We got to a place where we were doing very well for this population maybe about 10 years or so ago, and then we decided that we were doing good enough that we should stop. And here we are with the problems that created. So I'm not going to speak too much further on it, ask for any comments or discussions, but this is, in my view, our line in the sand. Senator Sampson.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. I will support this bill out of committee today, but I want to do that with some very clear context, which is that I am not at all satisfied that the simplified one-sentence, frankly, bill appropriating money is going to result in money actually going to solve the homelessness crisis in our state, or that the money will even actually make it to homeless people. I don't want to point fingers or name any names. I will say that I've been doing some research. Folks that pay attention to what happens here at the Capitol may know that myself and some of my colleagues have been very focused on corruption and trying to concentrate on investigating where money goes, particularly money that is earmarked for non-government entities. We had testimony from some folks that stand to benefit from this massive, significant increase in funding if this actually went through at the $33,500,000 mark. And I asked them a number of questions during our public hearing about where the money goes and how much is spent on payroll and how much is attributed to the leadership of the nonprofit organization that delivers these services, et cetera. And I got very vague answers. So I decided to go digging on my own and start looking at some of the financial records and the tax forms, 990s, et cetera. And I got to tell you, I'm pretty shocked at what I found, which is that a very, very small amount of the actual money historically makes it to the hands of the individual homeless individuals. I bet most people listening are not surprised by that, but I think you'd be surprised by just how little money actually makes it there. The one organization that I looked at, their 990 shows that they received grants totaling almost $4 million. Their total revenue is around $5 million, which is so close to 80% of it is government funded. Their salaries and benefits for their staff and employees, CEO, et cetera, is close to $3 million. So 55% of the total budget is going to them, not going to the actual individuals. The amount of money that actually goes as direct assistance to the individuals is $500,000, which is 9.7%. So doing that math, that is not a very good investment. So that, 10 cents on a dollar that we appropriated in the past on a much smaller dollar amount, frankly, made it to its destination. So, as I said, I'm going to support this. I'm very much behind providing assistance to people in our society that need it, but it needs to actually get to them, and there needs to be some sort of accountability. So if we do approve a significant appropriation, I would like it to come with a framework that says that there's some sort of accounting, there's some sort of audit process, and there's some way for us to know how this money is used. Again, I think that there are a lot of very good nonprofit entities operating in our state and across the country that do a lot of very good work. I have no doubt about that. I'm not trying to cast aspersions on all of them, but there are some of them that are just using the state of Connecticut and the taxpayers as a piggy bank. And they come and they take money from us in the form of appropriations, in form of earmarks, what have you, and very little of that money actually goes to its intended purpose, the way it's sold to this legislature. And we've got to do a better job of putting protections in place to make sure that the hardworking people back home in each of our districts who are struggling to pay their electric bills and pay for their medication and everything else, we're just making the situation worse for them by taking money. And if it's not actually going to the cause that it is intended, to me, it's I don't know. It makes me angry. Let's leave it there. So with that, Mr. Chairman, you have my support for this bill, with the caveat that I am expecting to see at the end of the day some sort of protocol and protection associated with the dollars that we do get. Thank you.